This is an initial permanency hearing on the Montoya child.
This is McIntyre, your St. Francis Ministries permanency specialist.
Yes, sir.
In that capacity, you are familiar with Javier Montoya.
That's correct.
And where is he currently placed?
In a foster home in Bell County.
And is that placement meeting all of his needs at this time?
Absolutely.
Any special issues or special needs that we need to raise with the court today?
No, Javier's doing great in placement. He's just thriving, walking more and more and talking more.
The placement's making sure that he's attending all of his scheduled medical appointments.
Yes, sir.
Child's mother is Natalie Silva.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Silva was ordered to work services through a service plan.
That's correct.
And is she actively working those services at this time?
Yes, she is. She finished her psychosocial, her individual therapy, and her parenting, and then also the women's support group. She's already completed those.
Any specific services that she has not completed at this time?
The only thing she lacks is her driver's license and her own place to live.
And has St. Francis been helping her in attempting to obtain those services?
Yes, I've also been working with CASA, and they've offered to help with like a deposit on an apartment and stuff. So we've all been working together to help her.
Is Ms. Silva been able to exercise any visits with Javier?
Yes, she has, and we actually just upped them to twice a week.
And are those, in Bell County is not real close, are those virtual visits, or are they in-person visits?
They are virtual, but if she would like in person, she knows that's available, and foster mom will accommodate that if she can make it down there.
Child's father is Jose Lopez Montoya.
That's correct.
And he was also ordered to work services through a service plan.
Yes, sir.
And is he also actively working those services?
No, sir.
Has he attempted to work any of the services that you're aware of?
Not to my knowledge.
When was the last time you had contact with Mr. Montoya?
Until last night, he replied to my email with the court link in it and said he would be here, but before that was February.
Because you've not had any contact or limited contact with Mr. Montoya, are you aware of what his current environment is, where he's living or what he's doing for a living?
We've been, CASA and myself have been to the house multiple times, unable to locate him. And we also were told that he was working at Dollar General, and we attempted to go there as well and unable to get him to locate him either.
Previously, Ms. Silva had had concerns that Mr. Montoya was not was continuing to harass her. Is that still a concern with the department?
Yes, last time I spoke to her, he's still downloading different phone numbers. After she blocks him, he's still continuing to try to contact her.
To start with, as far as Javier or first of all, has Mr. Montoya had any visitation with Javier at this time?
His visits are offered weekly, just like Natalie's, but as of April 1, he had missed 17 visits.
Do you agree with me that it would not be safe to return Javier to Mr. Montoya at this time?
Absolutely.
And it would be contrary to Javier's general welfare to do so?
Absolutely.
As far as Ms. Silva is concerned, until she can accommodate Javier, would it be contrary to Javier's general welfare to return him to her today?
Until she gets her driver's license and her own housing, yes.
And it would not be safe to return him today?
That's correct.
Are you asking then for the court to continue the department as temporary managing conservator of Javier and continue to work with Ms. Silva to help her alleviate the obstacles that are occurring at this time?
Yes, sir.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Lucero?
Your
Thank
Honor,
you.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just got an email from my client that his link is not working. I'm gonna try to resend, but he is attempting to log in.
Okay, I'll watch the waiting room.
My apologies, Lorraine.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Go ahead, Lorraine.
Ms. McIntyre, so again, Natalie has completed all her services, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and currently is she residing with her mother and stepfather?
Yes, in a one-bedroom apartment.
Okay, and I know that it could be crowded. Okay, I understand that, but the child is small. Does the department oppose possibly, if the court agrees, like either today or eventually letting the child come home to her, since she's done everything that she can do, because she's working on housing and driver's license, and let the child reside there in the home? I mean, does the department oppose that?
I would have to staff that up, but we did attempt to do a home study on her mom and her stepdad, and they refused the home study, and those are the ones that she lives with.
Okay, and do you know what? And I'm sorry, I don't have that a copy of that denied home study in front of me. Do you know why it was denied?
No, her mom denied to do it. She
Oh, her
refused
mom.
to even let them in
Okay.
because of her job and stepdad's new job and traveling.
Okay, all right then. So, but even if Natalie was in that home, did y'all do any type of background check on the mom or the stepdad?
Yes, I did. Prior to requesting the home study, I did pull background checks.
Okay, was there anything that you found of concerning to where the child would be unsafe in the home?
There were a little bit of concerns, but some years had passed through those concerns. So it's something I would have to staff up.
Okay, but if it weren't for the housing situation, would you agree with me that Javier would be safe with Natalie?
Oh, absolutely. Her visits go great. She cares for him she asks me quite often how he's doing. I have no concerns with Natalie outside of her housing in her transportation.
Okay, and as far as I see that y'all completed a home study on a Miss Sanchez, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and that was approved?
Approved with concerns, yes, ma'am.
Approved with concerns. Okay, but that would put the child closer to Natalie to where she could see him in person more often. Would you agree?
It would, but mom has expressed concerns to me about that placement.
Okay, and we'll address those. Okay, so at this time, is it just based on Natalie's concerns that y'all aren't asking to place the child with Miss Sanchez? Or is there something else?
There's more.
There's more? Okay, okay. And what is that?
That is father's, so paternal uncles, baby mama. They all hang out a lot. They're in the same town. Criminal history around the brother. There is quite a bit.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'll pass the witness.
All right, Ms. Grant?
My apologies, I was muted. Tayshia, just to reiterate, you're having struggles with emails and different phone numbers and communication methods, the same as us, correct? With Mr. Montoya?
That's correct. And that's why I started sending emails with you CC'd on there, because he's stating that I'm not attempting. Also leaving, I've left notes on his front door every time I've attempted to visit and took a picture of those notes on the front door as well.
Okay, pass the witness, Judge.
All right. Ms. McDaniel?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Alvey
Judge,
from the department?
I have a couple of follow-up questions.
Okay.
Tayshia, the home study, just to be clear, the home study was done, it's really a family member of father, is that correct?
It would be Javier's paternal uncle's girlfriend.
Okay. And though we did the home study, there are still some serious concerns that family interacts with with Miss Sanchez on a regular basis.
Yes, and there's still continued law enforcement call outs to Javier's or Jose's address, and he lives with his mom. And also the backup caregivers that Giselle did give us would be Jose's brother and Jose's sister. And those are high concerns for us.
So even though the home study passed, we're not sure that it would be safe to return Javier or place Javier in that home at this time.
I do not feel like it'd be beneficial, and also that would be all the way in Dalhart. Natalie's in Amarillo. She doesn't have her driver's license. And it's just a concern for us.
Okay. Thank you, Tayshia. I will pass witness, Your Honor.
All right, anyone else questions for Tayshia? All right, Mr. Alvey, anything further from the department?
No, Your Honor, I'll rest.
All right, thank you. Ms. Lucero, any witnesses?
Your Honor, I call Miss Silva.
All right. Ms. Silva, if you'd unmute, please. Thank you, ma'am. If you'd raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Ms. Lucero.
Okay, Miss Silva, you heard my questions to Miss McIntyre, is that correct?
Yes.
And you heard her responses?
Yes.
Okay, and do you share her concerns regarding Javier being placed with Miss Sanchez?
I do have those concerns as well.
Okay. Is the main reason that you would like him placed there is in that way he would be a bit closer?
Yes, that is the reason, is because I haven't seen him in forever and I would want him closer.
Okay. Now, you're currently living with your parents, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and it's a one-bedroom house, correct, or apartment?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a way, and I know that it'd be crowded, but I mean, crowded can be okay. Is there a space that you could set apart? I know that you sleep in the living room, maybe set up a little bed or playpen or something for Javier to sleep in there at your parents' home.
Yes.
Okay. And have you discussed that possibility with your parents?
Yes.
Okay. And is it that they don't want Javier in the home? Is that the reason that they didn't want to do the home study, or do you know?
No, they were in between jobs at the time. My mom recently has a job, and now I have a job, and my stepdad has a job as well, and he's never in town. It's like an out.
Okay. Okay. And how long has it been, Natalie, since you've seen Javier in person?
Since November 13th.
Okay. All right then. And so would you like the court to consider possibly placing him with you? And then of course CPS or the department would still be involved, or St. Francis, and they could still monitor you and things like that?
Yes.
Okay. And would you complete any steps that they would ask of you or the court orders you to do before possibly placing Javier with you?
Yes.
Are you working towards getting your what do you need to get your driver's license? What's status there?
I kind of just set me up an appointment. I've never thought about getting my driver's license because my mom always takes me everywhere I need to go, my work and everything.
Okay. And how old are you, Natalie?
I'm 22.
Okay. All right then. Okay, I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Alvey, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Grant?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. McDaniel?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Silva, if you'd unmute again, please. Will your parents be, if I was to order a home study on your parents now, would they be amenable to having that done now that they have jobs?
Yes.
Were they just worried that it might be denied because they didn't have employment?
Yes, and they didn't know how, because they were in between jobs. They said that they didn't know how they would financially make it work.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you, I'm not comfortable with placing with the Miss Sanchez after what I've heard, but would you like me to go ahead? I can order what's called an expedited home study, which means it should go faster on your parents' home. Or would you like me to do that today?
Yes.
Because if they pass a home study, I think with a child that young, I think y'all could make it work in a one-bedroom apartment or house, whatever it is. So, but I'd want to do that home study, so I'll be happy to order that today. What are your parents' names?
Jessica Davis. And then Brandon Davis.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may, real quick, I had
Yeah.
already requested that home study, so all I have to do is send a quick email and ask them to reinstate that home study. So they already
Okay.
have all the information.
Great. All right. Okay, then, does anyone else have any further witnesses today?
No, Your Honor.
All right,
No,
then,
Your Honor.
Ms. McDaniel, recommendations?
Thank you, Your Honor. I would agree that once we've received a completed and accepted home study, I think that returning favor to his mom would be in his best interest. He's doing very well in placement. I'm too against placing him with Giselle at this time. Placement also reiterated that he doesn't like being away from her. She thinks he would be a lot more comfortable with mom. The visits with mom go very well. Mom is paying attention to him, wants to know about him, even sending diapers and clothes to him when he needs it. Very, very helpful. So if we could get that home study done and passed, I think it would be good to place him there.
All right, okay, thank you. Ms. Ledbetter, CASA have anything to add?
Your Honor, we're in agreement with Ms. McDaniel. We would also recommend that visits with Father Jose be suspended until he starts engaging in some services.
Yeah, I read that and I was going to do that already. So, okay, thank you. Okay, then, based on what I've heard today, then I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator, continue Javier's current placement. I'll order that Mr. Montoya's visitation be suspended until he begins his services and also until he provides a negative hair strand and UA drug screen. I will order that the home study on Jessica and Brandon Davis be expedited. I was going to set the next hearing for August 22nd. If that home study passes, Mr. Alvey, I don't know if we'd need a court order. I would be fine if I could order today that if the home study passes, we place with mom, or we can come back, or I can sign an agreed order. How would you want to handle that?
Judge, I don't think that we have any real issues. So if the home study passes, we would agree to just place the child there.
Okay.
Ms. McIntyre is advising me that she has one or two other questions of the court, if it please the court to hear her questions.
Sure.
I do have a few questions. When it comes to placing with Natalie, obviously we're all for that. She's stepped up. She's done what she needs to do. My concern is she is currently pregnant with Jose's other child, and he is not leaving her alone. It is repetitive. She's blocking him. He's making her cry. Is there anything? That's where my only concern would be is if Javier is with her, he's already not leaving her alone.
Your Honor, if I may interject, he just said he is in the waiting room, and perhaps if he came in, the court could admonish him directly as to behaviors.
I've got a phone number in the waiting room, so
That's him. I finally just sent him the phone number and told him if nothing else to please call.
okay, he's here with us. You want to call him?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Montoya, I think I just let you in on a phone line ending in 166. If that's you, you need to unmute. If you're on a phone, you can hit *6 to unmute.
All right, Your Honor. Sorry about that.
All right. Are you Mr. Montoya?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Montoya, you need to raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Grant?
Mr. Montoya, have you been receiving the phone calls and emails from my office or the caseworker?
No, ma'am.
Has your phone number changed since you last reported it to the caseworker?
Yes, ma'am. But the caseworker does have my mother's number, and yeah, her phone number hasn't changed since then.
Okay. Do you understand, though, that part of the requirement of the case is for you to stay in contact and provide contact information?
Yes, ma'am. A while back, my phone had got stolen, and that was another issue due to my phone being stolen.
Okay. If I send you an email after this hearing with a copy to the caseworker, could you please reply all to that email and provide your current contact information with employer, phone number, and address?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you willing to arrange an appointment with the caseworker to visit your home?
Yes, ma'am.
And where are you working right now, sir?
I'm working here in Dollar General in Dalhart, Texas.
Okay. And could you get copies of your pay stubs from there and provide proof of employment to the caseworker at your earliest convenience?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you can either send those by email or text, whichever is easiest for you to get those to her as quickly as possible. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there a reason why you've been unable to attend your visitations, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a manager at the dollar store where I work at, and being a manager is that's probably the biggest part. Me not missing work, being a manager over there.
Okay. And are you aware that that in order to begin those visitations, you need to engage in services?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you
My services with
Go ahead.
Tayshia, the ones she put me on, and some of them were Spanish, and I couldn't pursue it because of being obviously in Spanish, and I'm not Spanish. And
Okay, so Tayshia will help you reset those if you contact her immediately. Do you understand that?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you were in Fatherhood Fire and you didn't attend the first one. Is that the one you're referring to that was offered in Spanish?
There was kind of two of them that were in Spanish, and I reached out to them and let them know that
Okay,
about it being in Spanish, and
okay.
they said that they would get back.
Okay, now I need to approach another topic with you. Do you understand that you're not to contact Miss Silva?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you been contacting Miss Silva at any point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the judge is going to order you today to not contact Miss Silva. Do you understand that anything the judge admonishes you to do is an order of this court and you can't violate that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tayshia will contact you again for a random drug screen, and you understand your drug screens must be clean before you can have contact with a child in a CPS case. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's not necessarily a law, but in your case, that's a requirement, and I need you to do that ASAP, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for the court that you're unclear on or need to ask the court or your caseworker?
I was looking into a new caseworker just due to the fact that I see kind of a favoritism in this, you know.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, I will tell you, I mean, I'm your attorney and I will tell you that Tayshia is a very good caseworker. She has copied me on all of the communications and she is trying to reach you. And so if you will contact my office, I will help facilitate that. But I have made no motion to replace your caseworker just based on the efforts I've seen made in this case and my knowledge of this caseworker. Do you understand that?
yes, ma'am, I guess.
Okay. And if you'll contact me, I can explain further if you will call the office on Monday. Can you do that?
I mean, every time I contact you, I mean, it's not going through or I'm not hearing. I mean, I've been contacting you for a while now through email and through the phone calls, and they just tell me to email you.
Okay. And you got my emails today and were able to get onto the hearing, correct?
Correct. It's the same email that I've had messaged for.
Right. And have you
wow.
did you receive our messages yesterday after you called the office and both myself and my staff tried to call you back? Did you receive those messages?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Have you checked your voicemail or your missed call log?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So neither myself or Tayshia are able to reach you, so contact my office, or I tell you what, you reply to the email that has all your contact information on it, and both myself and Tayshia will call you together on the phone. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll all get on the same page that way, but do you have any other further questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, pass the witness, Judge.
Mr. Alvey, anything of him?
I don't think so, Your Honor. I think that Ms. Grant's covered the issues that we might have.
All right, Ms. Lucero,
No questions, Your Honor.
Ms. McDaniel?
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Since Mr. Montoya was not with us, I'll go ahead and reannounce my ruling in today's case. So I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator. I'll continue Javier's current placement. I'm going to order that Mr. Montoya's visitation is suspended until he starts his services, and also suspended until he provides a negative hair strand and UA drug screen. I will order the home study on Jessica and Brandon Davis to be expedited. I'm going to order no contact between Mr. Montoya and Ms. Silva of any type, that be phone, virtual, or in person. Mr. Montoya, you weren't there on the hearing, but there's been testimony that you've been continually harassing and trying to contact Ms. Silva. Do you acknowledge that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, well, let me tell you, I've just entered an order that you can't contact her in any form. And I'll tell you that that's punishable by contempt and jail time. And if it's proven to this court that you're continuing to try to contact her, I won't hesitate at all to enter a contempt order against you and place you in jail. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, no exceptions to that. So, okay, I'm going to set the next permanency hearing for August 22nd, 2025. It will be by Zoom like today's hearing. So parties can ask their lawyers or go on the court's online docket to see what time we'll have that hearing. And as we've all agreed, I think that if that home study passes, there's no need to come to court to get an order to make that placement change. If anybody's not comfortable doing it that way, just send me an agreed order and I'll sign it immediately. So, okay, that will conclude this hearing.
Your Honor, may I interject one last thing for the record?
Yes.
I have sent the email to Mr. Montoya that we have discussed with a copy to the caseworker in an effort to set up a conference call with the three of us, and that is in his message box.
Okay.
Your
All
Honor,
righty.
may I have a breakout room with Miss Grant just for a quick second?
You bet.
Awesome.
Sure. Do you want just the two of you, Tayshia?
Yeah, that's fine. I just need to talk to her real quick.
Okay. All right. All right. We'll be in recess on this case. Y'all have a good weekend, and I'll be back here very shortly to call a Dallam County status hearing on the Gutierrez case. So we will be in recess.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Tayshia, I'll
Thank you,
open
Your
that
Honor.
breakout room for you now.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Good to see you again. Haven't seen you in a long time.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Montoya, if you'll reply to that email, we'll get your communication squared away, sir.
Yes, ma'am.